then how are you going to make money? And then on top of that, you might lose your trucking job too. Gain a lot of weight, high blood pressure, diabetes and all this. You might lose your trucking job, you're going to feel terrible, and you're going to be spending money on your health trying to fix all of those things that you could have proactively prevented. So that's why I always talk about this stuff. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So this is just a quick video. I just left the grocery store, and obviously there is a disconnect between reality and fallacy. Disconnect between reality and fallacy. A disconnect between achieving good health and sticking with the status quo or doing what you know. And I'm saying that based on what's on the shelves and what people talk about. But whatever, let's not get too far into it. Anyway, I just wanted to point out some things to you that might help. This is yogurt, and I know a lot of people are interested in yogurt nowadays. They've learned or heard or assumed how healthy it is. Greek yogurt in particular. And of course, when you get to the shelf, there's a lot of different options for, well, two things. One thing, you know, generally speaking, everyone assumes that, or to make it a healthier choice, then you automatically going to spend a lot more money. And of course, as a blanket statement, that's true. But in many cases, that's not necessarily the case. And so that's part of my point, is to know what is a healthier option and realize, take notice of the cost. The immediate cost, a lot of times people don't consider the long-term cost, which is better health as opposed to deteriorating health. But I'm talking about immediate cost. And here's an example. This brand of yogurt, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oikos, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's an easy name to recognize. But two things about the yogurt and dairy products, but right now we're talking about yogurt. This yogurt was listed as one of the healthier options when you're talking about the ingredients in the yogurt. This is not the best, but I'm just talking about stuff that's on the shelf, and I'm talking about stuff that you can find at, this is coming from Food Lion. And this is less recognizable than Yoplait or a lot of the other. This is a Dannon product, but you don't really know this name, but you know Dannon. And so this version of Dannon is better than the other stuff that Dannon has. And if it has a whole bunch of sugar in it, then obviously, you know, we're trying to get away from sugar. Now, the other thing about yogurt is this is the whole milk version. They also have zero fat and I guess 1% or 2% or whatever. Whenever you're choosing dairy products, well, that's a general statement, but when you talk about many products, milk in particular, in this case, you want the whole milk version, not the 2%. You know, back in the day, we all assumed that fat was a something to avoid, and now we know that trans fat you want to avoid at all costs. Saturated fat, monosaturated, polyunsaturated, your brain uses saturated fat a lot. It's needed, it's necessary, you got to have it. And they found that the fat that's in milk and dairy products is actually beneficial for you. If you're going to drink dairy, consume dairy products, and you opt for the non-fat, you kind of like defeating the purpose of even consuming dairy products. You know what I'm saying? It's got protein, but fat is a big part of it. So, you know, you can look into this. I'm probably going to screenshot some information so you have a reason to assign some credibility to what I'm saying. I'm not just making stuff up. Peanut butter. This is interesting. This is in Food Lion, but it's not where all the rest of the peanut butter is. So what is that section? A lot of times it's over there where the produce and stuff is. I don't know, you just have to ask. This is called Wild Friends. And what it is this is the only thing that's in this peanut butter is roasted peanuts, coconut, organic agave, unsweetened dark chocolate, and sea salt. Now you can get, you know, natural peanut butter that just has peanuts and I guess salt in it. So you can get that as well. I chose this. I tasted it before, and I think I did a video that talked about peanut butter, or I mentioned peanut butter. But for people who don't like plain peanut butter and you're going to put jelly with it or something, you know, this might be something that you can consume and be happy and not need to put jelly. Because if you put jelly with it, there's a bunch of sugar. And if you, I don't know if they make it, but if there is, I'm sure they do, if there's an unsweetened, sugarless jelly, it's probably not good for you. So here's something for you to try. And it's pretty good. And it's all natural, non-GMO, verified. I found out about this by looking up options for good peanut butter. This is an option. It's called Wild Friends Chocolate Coconut Peanut Butter. Here's another one, Peanut Butter and Company. This is listed highly for healthy peanut butter options. This is Dark Chocolate Dreams, but this came from Harris Teeter. All of this stuff here came from Food Line, so I'm just pointing this out because if you go into Food Line to shop, and a lot of people do, then this is some stuff that you can pick up. This is mayonnaise. Now, you also have, what do you call it? Salad dressing. Mayonnaise is a healthier choice. You also have, now you know you can get non-fat. I just told you. Well, the fat in mayonnaise comes from, I guess, eggs and milk. Eggs. These are the bad things. They got soybean oil in it. But anyway, if you're going to choose mayonnaise, then you need to just get the regular mayonnaise. Because studies have shown that using the non-fat mayonnaise is less healthier than getting the regular mayonnaise. This is good fat in the mayonnaise. This is saturated fat, polyunsaturated, and monosaturated. And this particular kind is organic mayonnaise. It's made with organic cage-free eggs and other organic products. However, it is in plastic, which I don't, you know, some plastic leaches. I don't know if they're going to make an organic product. It would be silly to make it and put it in. I mean, they could have went the route to use glass for the container, but they didn't. This is other stuff. I mean, I'm pointing this stuff out, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, the stuff that I'm mentioning, you can research it so that you are familiar with why I'm making these observations. Obviously, there's a difference in glass and plastic containers. Plastic containers, you got BPA, depending on the plastic, that could leach out into the food. That's why you definitely don't want to microwave with plastic containers or styrofoam for that matter. Not even paper. I use paper, but paper is not 100% safe. Not, you know, and what this is my thing. I know you can't see. This is my thing. Obviously, you can't be 100% healthy. And y'all just saw the video where I ate pizza. But my point is, when you know about the difference in the product, so that when it's very easy to make a healthier choice, you can make a healthier choice. And then at other times, like eating a pizza, it doesn't bother me to eat a pizza. I don't think about it twice, except for I've been consuming more than I should lately. But as far as consuming it at all, you know, it doesn't bother me because I know on the regular basis that the stuff that I consume is generally more healthier than what I used to consume. This, of course, is a lemon, but it's not organic. And the thing is, if it's not organic, then it may have pesticide, or it might be genetically modified. All depends on where it comes from. But anyway, you know, it's a lemon, and lemons are good for you. They help with your pH level, and you can put it in all kinds of things. But lemon water is good for you. Increases your metabolism. It has it helps your immune system. This is coconut water. This is only 89 right now. It's 89 cents. Usually 99 cents at Food Lion. If you don't, this is 100% pure coconut water. That's what they're saying anyway. But coconut water is naturally hydrating. That's another reason, like I said, you know, the peanut butter with coconut in it, that's good. It probably don't have a whole lot, but coconut water is naturally hydrating. It gives you energy. And coconut oil, that's what I have here. Same thing, gives you energy. You know, it's a medium chain triglyceride. It's a medium. It's not a long chain fat. It's not a short chain fat. It's a medium chain fat. And so it could be easily and quickly converted into energy. This is healthy fat. This is olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to mention this because I know that there is somewhat of a lack of understanding in olive oil. But you can get this obviously from Food Lion. They have their own store brand. There's something else I want to mention. But olive oil. If you want to get olive oil for like salad or whatever, then get extra virgin. But you don't want to use that for cooking, especially not high temperature. For high temperature cooking, you want to use just olive oil. For salads, you want to use extra virgin. Extra virgin. I forgot this. This is something else I picked up. Food Lion salad dressing. Now you know the Flying J's. Can you see it? Yeah. The Flying J's have salad dressing in the packs. It's probably got all kind of preservatives and whatnot in it. I mean, you know, it's just probably not the best ingredients. So you can get your own salad dressing to go along with your salad. This is organic. Sun-dried tomato and garlic is organic, and it's from Organicville, and certified USDA organic. And the only thing is that this also has, in most of them, unless you go to a Whole Foods or similar place, Earth Fare, and get you some good quality salad dressing. This has soybean oil in it. And you might say, what's wrong with soybean oil? And a lot of people use and promote soybean oil. I understand that. But there is a serious conversation out there about soybeans, soybean products, soybean oil, soy protein. So you can look that up and check how you feel about that. Something else, turmeric. This is turmeric. It's not organic or anything like this. I got the small thing because what I plan on doing is next time I go to Whole Foods, or actually I usually go to a place called Deep Roots here in Greensboro, but I'm going to get some bulk turmeric, which I don't know if that's organic or not either. But I'm going to get some bulk turmeric. And what's good about turmeric? And what do I put it in? Well, I put it in my, got spinach in the pot right now because I'm at home, but I put it in my spinach. I put it in whatever meat. I got some, you know, I do the, I know I showed y'all this already. Kippers. And learn to use the spices that are beneficial for you, because that's easy to apply while you're on the road, and it has health effects. I'm not going to go into a lot of that stuff right now, but turmeric is very good for you. It helps boost the immune system, as has properties that fight diseases, and a lot of studies show that they improve a lot of medical conditions and prevent a lot of medical conditions. Eggs. There's a lot of different designations on eggs: certified, humane, organic. You see farm raised, vegetarian fed, and all this stuff. You see cage free. Cage free doesn't mean that they have access to outside. So they might be cage free, but inside a place where they're packed in and they're just not in the cage, you know. Depending on where you are in the whole health thing, you might say, what difference does it make? You're going to kill them, you're going to eat them. You know, maybe you don't want hormones or pesticides, no antibiotics, no GMO fed. That's what this says on here. But who cares if they're outside or not? Well, the thing about it, and I know this goes a little deep into the health, is studies show, I'm not just saying this stuff, that a animal that is killed and consumed who is stressed, or you could say in a poor mental state when he is killed, or tortured in the process of killing for human consumption, then that basically the energy that is in that animal is then transferred when you consume the products from that animal. So if you have a chicken living in terrible conditions, the chicken is miserable, you might say, well, the chicken was always in that situation, he has nothing to compare it to, so the chicken is really not miserable. Okay, I give you that one, because I make that argument about people coming up in certain level of poverty, not being able to think outside that box, blah blah blah. That's a whole nother video. I'm not getting into that. So, you know, I give you that conversation. But if you are looking for a healthier choice, you know, and you thinking cage free means that they're outside and wandering around, and doesn't. But certified, I mean organic, and free range. Free range does mean that they are outside. They have access to the outside. That's what. So cage free doesn't mean they get to go outside. Free range means they do get to go outside in their natural environment, so to speak. And of course, you know what organic is. No pesticides, no hormones, no antibiotics, and all of that stuff. So when it comes to eggs, you know, you have all these choices there and all these designations. Then if you're looking for the best eggs, you want organic and free range. One more thing about eggs, I know another disconnect. A lot of people are still throwing away the yolk. They feel like, I mean, I remember when the news was that the yolk had all this cholesterol and it's not good for you. Well, since then, studies have shown that people who consume the entire egg ends up in a better state of health than people who only eat the egg whites. The yolk of the egg has most of the nutrients, according to some research. Now you can find other information that talks about we shouldn't be eating eggs. So but my point is, if you're going to eat eggs, then you might want to include the yolk. And again, this is all stuff that you can research. The thing is that I realize that a lot of people never got this information. And you can tell by the conversation you end up in, and you can tell by people's choices, because a lot of them want to make healthier choices, and they're doing things. I mean, you know, people that buy egg whites, they think they're making a healthier choice. And you know, maybe it's not a conclusive evidence when you have compelling evidence on both sides on whether to consume or whether not. But at least I want you to know that there are studies out there, and there is information that says the entire egg is much better, so that you don't just automatically follow the herd and discard your yolk. See what I'm saying? I want to get rid of the disconnect, so that you can make the choices that's best suitable for you. Now what I do with these eggs is I boil them, and then you can get these individual mason jars from some Walmarts. Not all of them have it, but some Walmarts have the individual mason jars, and you put the eggs in this vinegar. You want this type of vinegar, apple cider, well, Bragg organic vinegar. Bragg's organic vinegar, raw, unfiltered. It's called the Mother. Unfiltered, raw, unfiltered. It has what is called the Mother. Again, something you can look up. Vinegar is very healthy, and so you can just put that in there, and whenever, perfect for trucking, because how long does it take for you to grab an egg out the jar and eat it? A quick healthy snack, less than 5 minutes, less than 2 minutes, and you on your way. For how much? See, you might look at the price on these, which I think was $5, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But it's 12 eggs. If it's $6, it's 12 eggs. You're talking about 50 cents. Whereas, what do we do if we mess around and get hungry and you're on the road and you stop to get fuel and you got to go in the truck stop anyway? What you gonna do? Most times you're gonna pick up something like a hot dog. You see, processed food full of junk that your body can't use, and that might even be toxic. I don't know. I don't know what's in it. But as opposed to an egg, and this is 50 cents, and people will argue that you can't eat healthy, or it costs too much to eat healthy. You see what I'm saying? There's a disconnect. It's about making choices. It's about thinking ahead. It's about planning, looking at the big picture. But people are too quick to say, this includes poor people. People are too, because you can find a way to get some of the other stuff you want, and you spend some of the money on junk that we don't need. So you just take the money that you're already spending and figure out how to make better choices with it. That's it. That's it. So when you say trucking makes you gain weight, trucking make you fat, no, it's our choices. Let's see, that's pretty much it, y'all. I gotta get ready to go play some ping pong. Take care of yourself. Remember this, man. Here's the thing. Why do I keep talking about health? I keep talking about health because what's the point of having all this conversation about how to make more money and running hard and changing companies to get better pay if you're not doing something so that your health is in good shape down the road? Because if you're sick or have a disease, then how are you going to make money? And then on top of that, you might lose your trucking job too. Gaining a lot of weight, high blood pressure, diabetes and all this. You might lose your trucking job, you're going to feel terrible, and you're going to be spending money on your health trying to fix all of those things that you could have proactively prevented. So that's why I always talk about this stuff. Some people are going down a path that has a ugly destination. Let's put it that way. I feel like if I make enough of these videos, then I'll catch a lot of people and keep them from going down that path, and maybe some other people who've already gone down that path will decide that it makes sense to carve another path or jump back on the path that you was on. Like even me, I gained a couple of pounds. I'm choosing pizza slices too often. There's nothing wrong with eating a pizza, but you got to be mindfully aware. Hey, how often am I doing this? Am I countering all this other positive stuff? All this the better choices that I make at other times? So, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep all of this stuff in balance, keep it in perspective. So it's one thing is that I'm trying to bring awareness to that. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, that's it, man. This is way too long. Peace.